Nos inclinamos ante el ser eterno en cada uno de todos nosotros.
Yes. So let us begin with the three mantra. Yes. Liliana, do you want to say the three mantra, Liliana?
Okay. Jai Sachitana.
Jai Sachitana.
Namo Vitragai, Namo Arihantanan, Namo Sidanan, Namo Ayarianan, Namo Uvasayanan, Namo Loye Sauva Saunan, Eso Pancha Namukaro, Sauva Pavapanasano, Mangalanan Cha Sauvesin, Padaman Havai Mangalan, On Namo Bhagavate Vasudevai, On Namah Shivai, Jai Sachitanan. Jai Sachitana, Jai Sachitana.
Jai Sachitana. Good morning, Gavi. Jai Sachitana. All right, Gav. So, I will share with you the summary of the last session. And today we are going to begin with page 47. We have already finished that. Now, at the bottom of page 47, we were talking about Charitra Moha, discharge Moha. We were understanding discharge Moha at the feet of Dada. And now, Dadashri says, the fundamental talk, that is a new heading, fundamental talk is very straightforward. Straightforward.
Dada dice que el habla es fundamental, el habla es muy importante de seguir.
Very, very straightforward, very easy. You see?
Muy fácil.
Yeah,
muy fácil de seguir.
I mean, the main essence of Akram Vignan is very easy. You see?
La parte más importante del Akram Vignan es fácil de entender.
And all of it is very easy. It's not associated with any complex understanding. It's not like understanding calculus and advanced algebra.
En esencia, todo el Akram Vignan es fácil de entender, no es como entender álgebra.
Dadashri says that the original talks, the main fundamental understanding is very easy, and all talks of the Tirthankar lords is very easy. That again says it is like this. The main essence of Akram Vignan is very easy. The original talk of all of this, the main original talk at the original level is very easy. But you see, and this is of the Tirthankars, of the enlightened ones. But once all of this came in the hands of human beings, it became difficult to understand. Human beings have made it difficult to understand, you see.
Dada dice que estas palabras, todo el conocimiento del Akram es muy fácil, ¿no? Las conversaciones originales tenían un nivel muy, muy sencillo. Y el habla de los Tirthankars también, pero el tema es que cuando llega a manos de los seres humanos se torna dificultosa.
The human beings have made it complicated, and it is due to their intellect, right?
Los seres humanos lo complican y eso es debido al intelecto.
It becomes very complicated, says Dada.
Se vuelve muy complicado, dice Dada.
So there are 3 words. What the Tirthankars have said, what the Tirthankars have said is Sarad. There are 3 S's. You see, Sarad, Sahaj, and Sugam. I'm giving you all of these 3 together, three S's, because Dada has said it over and over again that this matter of Akram Vignan liberation is Sarad means, you see, Sarad, S-A-R-A-D Sarad means not complicated, straightforward, straightforward, not crooked, Then Sahaj means natural and easy, natural and easy. Okay, and Sugam means easily attained. So the talks of the Tirthankar Lord is really easy. Human beings have made it very complicated. They've made it very complicated. It's very simple.
Acá hay 3 palabras, las 3 con S, que nos da Dada, y una es Sarat, que no es complicado, Sahaj, que es natural y fácil, y Saugam es fácilmente, se obtiene fácilmente. Los que complican esto son los seres humanos. No hay nada más fácil que esto.
Yeah. And so the gentleman, the questioner says, Dada, there is nothing easier than this. Somapura, this is Patricia, that's it. There is nothing easier than this. Dada agrees. Dada says, yes, that's true. That is true.
Le preguntan a Dada, dice, pero no hay nada más fácil que esto. Yo soy alma pura y Patricia está allí. Y Dada contesta, sí, así es.
It's one of the easiest when it was originally with the Tirthankars and when the Tirthankars were present. Now Dada is present and Dada makes it so easy, and then later on human beings make it very, very complicated.
Dada dice que esto es de lo más simple, ¿no? Los Tirthankars lo decían y Dada también lo trajo y lo facilitó con mucha simpleza, pero los seres humanos lo complicamos.
Okay. So let us continue. Now, the next heading. So we are now, that was a very short heading, but it was important. Why was it important? Because it emphasizes that the main component of Akram Vignan liberation is very simple and easy. You see? Moksha is very easy and simple.
Se enfatiza, ¿no? En esto que estuvimos viendo, que el Akram Vignan, la liberación del Akram Vignan es muy fácil y sencillo, y que moksha también es sencillo.
Yeah, everybody agrees, right? All of us here agree. Moksha is easy. Moksha is easy. It's easy to be in moksha. It is difficult.
Es simple moksha.
It is
Muy
both
simple.
difficult. It's difficult to come in the territory of the intellect. To be in the territory of the intellect means there are problems, you see.
Lo que es difícil es estar en el territorio del intelecto. Eso trae problemas.
So next heading is, the next heading is the
Próximo
science.
título.
Okay, next heading is the science that is free of botheration, free of botheration, botheration, botheration. No bother, no problems, you see. Zero problems.
El próximo título es La ciencia libre de todo inconveniente o problema.
Dadashri says, look, Dadashri says, our science is such that there is not even, and Vishuddha is picking up now, let me see here. He's picking up his one part of his hair. I mean, there's only too many hair in here, but if I pick up one part, if I pick up only one part, one strand of hair, okay? Even this much botheration, Dada says, even this much botheration is not present in Akram Vignan. All right?
Dada dice que en nuestra ciencia todo es tan simple y el ejemplo que da ayuda es como que si tomo un cabello, esto tampoco es un problema
Yeah.
o una molestia.
It's you see, and even if the botheration happens, if botheration means botheration, everybody understands, right? Botheration, even if there's any kind of problem or difficulty, even if the botheration happens, even that is part of discharge, Charitra Moha. Even that is Charitra Moha.
Y aunque haya un solo inconveniente, una sola molestia, eso es parte de la descarga, es parte de Charitra Moha.
Yeah, he says, he essentially says, if botheration happens, if botherations happens means if there is botheration inside Fabi or Anila or Olga, then even that you have to see, you know, even that you have to know that, that's it. And no matter how many such botherations come, how many such botherations arise, it's all discharged. Nothing new is going to arise, you see.
Dice que que lo que sucede, cualquier molestia que suceda adentro, hay que conocerla. Y no importa cuántas molestias o inconvenientes surjan, todo es parte de descarga.
Yeah. You know, do you think anything new is going to come out of this? New, a new sprout. You know, a new sprout. You know, you think you have cleared the little ground because you do not want anything to grow there, but something or the other will come out after a few days of rain, right? But he says, do you think anything is going to come out of this that is discharging, called Charitra Moha, within Cecilia, Luz? Do you think anything is going to come out?
Dice que siempre tú puedes tener muy bien tu jardín y cortarlo para que no haya ninguna maleza ni nada, y esté lindo, pero algún yuyo puede llegar a surgir. ¿No creen ustedes que esto pueda pasar? Y bueno, esto es Charitra Moha también.
Yeah. And Dadashri says, at the end of it all, in the night, one has to sleep, no? One goes to sleep, right?
Y a pesar de todo lo que suceda durante el día, al final de la noche vamos a dormir. Es así.
And you see, and he might do botheration. He might enter into a conflict, file 1, and in the afternoon, but at night he goes to bed. Does it not? Does he not?
Puede ser que el archivo último durante el día tenga alguna molestia, pero la noche finalmente se va a dormir.
Yeah, so, and then next day, whatever was bothering him yesterday, says Dada, is gone. Today he is involved in something else. He's involved in some other work. So what's the problem? You see? So where is the fear of botheration? You see?
Y dice que finalmente, aunque hayas tenido molestias durante el día, la noche te vas a dormir y a la mañana cuando te despertás, eso ya pasó y va a estar surgiendo otras cosas. Entonces, ¿cuál es el sentido de tanta complicación?
Yeah, botheration essentially is harassment, a sense of difficulty, sense of problems, but all of this will go away. Dadashri now goes in the next heading. He says, you see, if one understands Charitra MohaNH, Charitra Moha, and this word Charitra Moha versus Charitra MohaNH. The latter is automatically means karma. Charitra Moha means karma effect, and Charitra MohaNH means the entire entity. It's one and the same things, really. If one understands Charitra MohaNH or Charitra Moha, you see, then he will not be bothered by, oh, why is this happening to me? Why is this happening to me? What happened? Why is this? Why am I the only one who has to put up with all of this, right? This will not arise, and so he will not go into he will not enter. If you understand discharge, Moha, then you will not enter into discharge. That's what Dada is trying to say.
You do not enter into discharge.
Yeah, you don't enter discharge, right? You don't do dakal in discharge.
Ok. Los problemas y los conflictos se irán, ¿no? Entonces, poder entender Charitra Moha versus Charitra MohaNH. Charitra Moha es el karma de efecto y Charitra MohaNH es que no entras en descarga, no entras a quejarte, a decir
No,
por qué me pasa esto.
Charitra MohaNH is the same thing as discharge MohaNH, okay? It's the same thing. But MohaNH it's a grammar word, forget about it. You are not going to enter Charitra MohaNH because you understand Charitra MohaNH. You see?
Ok. Charitra Moha y Charitra MohaNH es lo mismo, ¿no? Pero Charitra MohaNH es que no entras ahí, en la descarga.
Then you will not enter into Charitra Moha. You will not be bothered by why is this happening to me, and there will not be such if you don't enter in, see, there is this word called to break. When you interfere, this is not for Mahatmas, but for others, when they interfere in anything, you see, when they say, why is this happening to me? I hate him. I don't like what they're doing to me, etc., etc. He is entering into what we call Bhanjgad. Bhanjgad means to break and remake. Bhanjgad, it's a very common word in Gujarati. Why are you doing this, Bhanjgad? They will say, why are you doing this? And it is, people just think, why are you interfering? But it is a very precise word of Dada. Why are you breaking it? Because what you break, you'll have to make again, you see. Why are you breaking it? You'll have to make again, you see. Why are you interfering? You'll have to face it again, you see. You understand? Panchgad,
Ujú.
You,
Esto es cuando una persona, por ejemplo, se queja, no para los Mahatmas, sino para los demás, lo que hace es interferir, ¿no? ¿Por qué me dice esto? ¿Por qué hace esto? O lo odio, y eso hay una palabra que es banjugar, que es entrar y rehacer, ¿no? Porque interfieres, ¿por qué lo rompes si lo tienes que volver a hacer?
yeah, so Dada says, once you understand, very simple example Dada is given, once you understand Charitra Moha, then there will be no breakage or reconstruction of this. Why is this happening to me? I hate it. I don't like it. I don't, you will not enter anymore into the world of Rag, Dvesh, death, rebirth. Rag, Dvesh, death, rebirth, you see.
Yes. Dada dice, cuando puedes entender Charitra Moha, no interfieres y no entras al mundo del apego a la aversión, que es lo que lleva a volver a renacer.
And Dadashri says, who are you? You're Shuddhatma, you're pure soul, We are all pure soul. And what happens is happening to Pudgal, you see, the temporary part, you see, the destructible part.
Dada dice, ¿tú quién eres? Alma pura. Lo que pasa le está sucediendo al Pudgal, la parte de la descarga.
Yes. So, whatever, it's happening to file one, it is happening to Pudgal, the Purangalan. You see, it's happening to the one who is not forever. It's happening to the one that is discharging, you see, and that is destructible, you see. And then do you think we will have any kind of Panchgad? Again, Dada uses the word Panchgad.
Esto le sucede al archivo 1 del Pudgal, al que descarga y al que es destructible, y a cada vuelve a usar la palabra Banchugar.
Panchgad means the automatic process of Panchgad means the process of breaking and making again. It's like a child, he'll spend 1 hour, 2 hours digging up the sand and making a beautiful castle or home on the beach, right? And then
Yes.
and then suddenly we'll turn around and go and kick it. Yes. same little 2-year-old, 3-year-old will turn around and kick it, you see. Right?
La palabra banchugar es romper y reconstruir, ¿no? Y como ejemplo trae un niño en la playa construyendo un castillo con la arena, y una vez que lo terminó de hacer, le pega y lo destruye.
Yeah, once you understand Charitra Moha, once you understand this discharge, once you understand the illusory, the in the conduct that is happening under the illusion as a part of the discharge, you know. If after this satsang, I go down, I take the car and go 3 miles to get some coffee and special cakes, it's all part of Charitra Moha. Or whether I'm reading the Charan Vidhi, it is again all part of Charitra Moha. It's all discharging. Any activity that is visible is Charitra Moha, discharge, you see?
Yes. Cuando entiendes Charitra Moha puedes ver lo ilusorio de la conducta de la descarga. Puede ser que vaya a algún lugar a comprar café y torta, eso es Charitra Moha. Estás leyendo el Charanvidi, todo lo que es visible es Charitra Moha.
So Dada now says, you see, he came with a new word today, right? Bhanjgad. Bhanjgad means to break and make, break and make. Or you can turn it around, Gad Bhanj. Gad Bhanj means to make and then break, to make and to break, you see. We make a relationship with a human being, you know. Oh, you're my friend, I mean, that's how we are friends. And then something happens and that relationship is broken, and then you say, I don't want to see me, I don't want to be with you, you see. That's called Gadbhanj or Bhanjgad. That is called that. And Dada in today's chapter has said that even if it happens, it is all Charitra Moha, it is discharge. It is discharging illusory conduct. But the reason it's called illusory is because you are now above the illusion. Here, the clouds are here. When you're under the cloud, you say, oh, this is happening to me. Why is this happening to me? As soon as you say, Swayamapura, it becomes discharge. It becomes, you can see it all as it is.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Bueno, hay dos palabras, Vanchugar, que es romper y reconstruir, y después Garbanch, que es hacer algo y luego romperlo. Por ejemplo, conoces a alguien, creas una amistad y luego sucede algo y ya no quieres estar más con esa persona, rompes la amistad. Y todo esto es parte de la descarga ilusoria de la conducta, es Charitra Moha. Si tú dices esto me pasa a mí, es como que entras ahí. Pero si puedes decir soy alma pura, lo puedes ver inmediatamente.
So Dadashri says, nonetheless, there are some people who will say, Dada, why is this happening to me after 5 years or 7 years of Gnani Vidya? You see, and the questioner then replies and says, there is a little deficiency of understanding. And the problem is of understanding this, right? You know, we are all here on this Wednesday morning. We want to get it right. We want to get it in exactness, you see. That's why we are here.
Yes. Le dicen a Dada, ¿por qué me pasa a mí esto luego de 7 años de haber tomado el Gnani? Y Dada responde, es una deficiencia de entendimiento. Y nosotros queremos obtener este conocimiento, por eso estamos aquí este miércoles por la mañana.
Yeah, there's a problem in understanding the problem. There is no real problem. Once the understanding returns, once the understanding opens up, there is no problem. There is zero problem in Akram Vignan. There is zero problem for us now, you see.
Cuando el entendimiento regresa y se abre, no hay problemas No hay ninguna clase de problemas para nosotros.
Yes, you see. So now Dadashri, at the end of this particular heading of the science without botheration, he's saying yes. Dada says yes, but it has been explained. It has been explained so many times. It has been explained so many times. Okay, but he forgets. but he forgets. And then the other Shri says that this is because for countless lives he has had this wrong habit, you see. He has a wrong habit that has been fixed for countless previous lives, and so it slips because he goes back into the other understanding. Why is this happening to me, Dada? Dada, please do vidhi. Why is this happening to me?
Dada dice, la ciencia es simple. Lo que sucede es que uno se olvida. Y hemos tenido tantas vidas de esta forma que por eso nos olvidamos y le pedimos a Dada, oh, Dada, por favor, me pasó esto a mí, hagamos dividi.
Yeah. Many times, but he forgets, you see, but he forgets because of habits of countless life, you see. Because of habit, and that calls it a bad habit, bad habit of countless lives. For countless lives, we have used to fixing on to this body. I am this body. Whatever body we had in whatever life, we believed, my body, this is happening to me, you see. Now against that countless life fixation of countless lives, in this life we have become, I'm not Damian, I'm not Fabiana, you see. I'm Somapura. So this is, but it's slowly, with these satsangs, we are correcting it. The correction is happening. The correct vision, correct understanding is arising, you see.
Sí. Dice que nos olvidamos, dice Dada, que nos olvidamos porque tenemos malos hábitos de incontables vidas pasadas y hay un acuerdo, un apego al cuerpo de que esto me sucede a mí. Y entonces entendemos que no soy Damián, no soy Fabiana y así vamos, con este satsang vamos al correcto entendimiento.
Everybody understands, everybody is with this, right? Now?
¿Entienden todos?
Banj gird, break and make does not happen to us anymore, you see. Even the Banj gird, is, why? Oh, you ruined it. You interfered in that other person. Even the interference is part of Charitra Moha. Even the interference is not ours. Even the yes. Good morning, Damian. Yes, Jai Sachidanand and Anila. Yes.
Estas dos palabras, ¿no? Banjugar, que es romper y hacer, y garbanj, que es hacer y romper. Es una interferencia de Charitra Moha.
Yeah. Now the next heading is Jagruti, and the force of karma. That's the heading. Jagruti and on the other side is force of karma.
Este encabezamiento es Jagruti y por otro lado, fuerza del karma.
So now the other begins. Once eternal bliss is attained, it is continuous and does not go away.
Dada dice que una vez que se obtiene la bendición, que es obtenida la bendición eterna, continúa y no se va.
See, there is a thing called, you've come home here, like the lady has got a wonderful dog, you see, example, okay? And the woman is a beautiful dog, listens to the master, listens to the owner. But when the lady goes to the kitchen or some other room, then it doesn't stay put. It doesn't stay. It kind of moves about, goes here and there. The dog, that's the nature of the dog, not to sit still. See?
El ejemplo es, por ejemplo, hay una mujer que tiene un perro hermoso que le obedece, la escucha. Pero en algún momento la mujer se va a la cocina y el perro comienza a moverse, y esa es la naturaleza del perro.
So, that moment, that temporary moment of the dog, and then as soon as the owner is back into the room, it will quickly go back to its seat, you see.
Entonces, en el momento que la mujer está en la cocina, que el perro está haciendo lo que quiere, cuando escucha que viene su dueña, enseguida va y se sienta.
See, now this moment, Dadashri says this moving about, you see, in other words, you don't remain fixed in your seat. Is due to the force of karma, you see. And the karmas are so, 1, 2, 3, the karma effect from past life explodes, you see, 1, 2, 3 karma, you see. And when that such karma, force of karma arises, you see, or is coming out, then the finger, you cannot continue to keep your finger under it, it will move away. The water is coming up so fast and so forcefully that you cannot keep your finger under the force of the water coming out, right? It will displace your finger.
Yes. Ese momento, dice, no, en el momento en que te produce la fuerza del karma, no permaneces en tu sitio. Es como el karma aparece 1, 2, 3, y explota. Esta fuerza del karma es como surge y es como la fuerza del agua, ¿no? Vos estás parado y el agua viene con toda su fuerza y tú no te puedes mantener en ese lugar, ¿no? Por ejemplo, pones tu mano y la mano, los dedos se corren.
If the tank has got a pipe, a faucet of only half an inch, you see, then no matter how much force the water is coming down, you will be able to keep that finger under there and it will not displace your finger. It will not displace your finger because it's only this much water coming out at this force. But if it is a 2-inch pipe and it's now all coming out, all the water is coming out with full force, then, and now the 2-inch pipe force coming out, it will displace your finger, you see.
Imaginemos que el agua que está saliendo por un tubo como grande, pero si tú reduces el tubo a pequeño, la fuerza del agua va a disminuir y no va a mover tu dedo.
Yeah, force of the... So Dadashri says, there is the force, there is less force in a 1/2-inch pipe, and now there is a 2-inch pipe, and the 2-inch pipe water that's coming out from 2-inch has got a much heavier force, stronger force. So Dadashri says the finger will get displaced depending on the force of water that's coming out. So the force is the important thing. But then later on, when that water, even that water which is coming out of the 2-inch pipe, when the force decreases, you see, then you'll be able to keep your finger there, you see.
Yes. Dada dice, ¿no? Que cuando la fuerza del agua tiene del tamaño de 2 inches, no sé cómo se dice, de la medida de 2 va a venir con mucha más pulgadas, gracias. Cuando viene con la fuerza, cuando el tubo tiene una apertura de 2 pulgadas, va a tener mucha más fuerza y va a desplazar tu dedo. Le va a desplazar con esa fuerza que sale. Ahora, si se reduce a media pulgada, el dedo permanecerá en su lugar, porque la fuerza decrece.
Yes. And so the liberation happens when the force decreases. Sooner or later, I'm just giving the exact sentences, then we discuss. Sooner or later, who will be defeated? The water that has emptied will be defeated. You see the finger, the fact, sorry, go on. At least just you translate this, then we go deeper into this, okay?
La liberación sucede y la fuerza decrece. Tarde o temprano, ¿quién será movido? El agua se vacía.
Okay, the finger here represents the bliss of the self, you see. Self bliss, Amapura bliss, you see. It is because of Amapura bliss that is established, you see, Eosa Amapura. If the Amapura bliss is eternal, you see, it feels as if it goes away, and that is because, Dada says, the force of the karma that comes out. When the force of the karma is very heavy, then the bliss will feel, oh, it's gone away, it feels gone away. But it's not gone away, because when the force of the discharging karma, when less water is coming out, there it is, the bliss is still there. The bliss is there. See? That's why the Radha begins today's this satsang by saying, once you get bliss of the self, Amapura, I am the blissful one, then it is forever. It does not move like this. It doesn't go away. It just feels as if it's gone away because, you got, and it is actually because of the force, heavy force that came. This is forever. This finger, this bliss, and this Gnan, this knowledge is forever. It's eternal. It does not move away. It just temporarily displaces, gets temporarily displaced, temporarily overwhelmed by 1, 2, 3 karma exploding, you see. Karma effect imploding.
Entonces dice, yo soy yo soy la dicha y nosotros somos la dicha y esto no se va. Es debido a la fuerza del karma que, por ejemplo, que el dedo se mueve. El conocimiento es eterno y no se va. Es temporalmente movido y es movido temporalmente por el karma, por el efecto del karma.
Yeah, once the force of the discharging karma decreases, it is there, it's not gone away anywhere. And this is a beautiful example because of the two, because there's a fight. Of the fight, Eosamapura, I'm the blissful one, and this heavy force of karma, you see, that is happening to Damian, to Fabiana, or to Patricia. But who will lose? Which part will win? Which part will lose? This one cannot remain 2-inch heavy force forever. Once it empties inside, the lesson, less water, less water, less water, because it's a contained tank. It is, nothing new is coming in that tank. No new karma is coming. Whatever we had is what we had. And once it decreases, then this finger will always be there. The bliss will always be there. It'll just go around. It will continue. You will be blissful, and the karma will be giving the effect to Anila, to Marcella, to Cecilia. You understand? The karma will lose, and you are the winner.
Yes. El karma va decreciendo, pero está allí. Y hay un hermoso ejemplo, ¿no? Por ejemplo, es la pelea entre yo soy el alma pura y la fuerza del karma. Esto le pasa a Fabia, a Damiana, a Patricia. ¿Y cuál es la parte que va a perder? Es el file one. Cuando se vacía el karma, el karma se está vaciando y nada se carga. Entonces, lo que es lo que tenemos. Y cuando se termine de vaciar, lo que va a permanecer el dedo es yo soy el dichoso y el karma de efecto es lo que está sucediendo. ¿Quién pierde? El alma pura pierde el karma y el alma pura gana.
Yeah. The Dadashri, now in the next paragraph, after having given us this magnificent example of the force of karma, not the number of karma, not the number of karma, the force with which it comes out, you see. So, the force with which a karma explodes. You're sitting quietly in your home and suddenly something happens and then boom, 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 one after the other. But that which is eternal remains eternal. That which is indestructible, that which is blissful, is always there, So this example the other Sri says, it temporarily displaces the finger this way, but once a steady force comes of karma, once a steady force comes, then you can remain steady, you see. So the bliss becomes steady, it grows, you see. Even while the karma is discharging, you see. Even when the karma is discharging, you see, coming out and discharging, the bliss remains steady.
Dada dice que la fuerza del karma explota. Y por ejemplo, tú estás sentado cómodo en tu casa, el karma comienza a explotar. Pero aquello que es eterno y dichoso permanece ahí observando. Y Dada dice, se moverá el dedo en la descarga, pero cuando pueda permanecer listo, ¿no? Permanecer, sí, que esté listo, crece, y crece aunque haya una karma de descarga, aunque permanece en la dicha, permanece tranquilo.
Yeah, the other Sri now goes on to say, it's the next paragraph, and it says, it's like this. If one becomes the doer, then it charges, you see. Now, when the doership stops, it completely ceases, then whatever is in the tank will continue to come out, you see. And the tank will continue to empty. This is the tank. You want to see the tank? There are 21 tanks in here. We have vesicles. This is the tanks, Patricia, Shuddha, Liliana, Luz, they're all tanks of stuff that doesn't matter what comes out now. It's just the beauty is they are emptying.
Yes. Dada dice que si te vuelves el hacedor, cargas. Y cuando el hacedor para, dejas de ser el hacedor, el tanque comienza a vaciarse. Y en este momento, aquí estamos reunidos 20 y pico de tanques que estamos, de las cuales están saliendo cosas, nos estamos vaciando.
Yeah, and so once the doership stops, the tank, the tank empties.
Entonces, cuando el hacedor para, el tanque se vacía.
Whereas that other is in the other old situation before Gnanvidhi or before the destruction of doership. Gnanvidhi destroys doership, destroys any sense of doership, destroys doership in totality, in exactness. It does not leave even one subatomic particle worth of doership. You see, this is so critical to understand. So you're no longer a doer. You might say, I did this and I did that and I went here and I went there, but the Gnani sees this as a discharge. And the Gnani says, and you are also, you also have to see it as now the discharge.
Ujú. Cuando el hacedor para, cuando se detiene, antes del Gnanvidhi, todo se destruye todo el sentido del hacedor y no deja ni siquiera una partícula subatómica y todo se transforma en descarga.
Yeah, you see.
May I share something?
Yeah.
The day my son was born, and I saw it, I remember very clear. Oh, it's complete. I finished. And then I saw I did nothing. And this is the miracle of life. In that moment, I saw like that. But it was a very strong feeling of doing nothing.
Yeah, up until then, the doctor would say, push, push.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't remember that. It was a very beautiful birth.
Yeah,
Easy.
but it's interesting that you say this. It is this analogy that you give is very beautiful. The final effort delivers bliss. In the relative, this is, and which is a good, interesting example that just came, you see. For us, you see, Dadashri says, whereas for the, for as soon as the doership leaves, the tank empties, whereas the tank never empties for other people, because the doership, I'm doing this, is karma. I'm doing this as karma, and so everything is filling up from the top, more and more coming from the top. And so it never empties. It never empties. So this in Gnanvidhi, we say doership is nothing but illusion. I am free from all doership.
Para nosotros, Dada dice que la medida en que que no hay hacedor, se va a vaciar todo el tanque. Para los que no tomaron, los que no tienen este conocimiento, nunca se va a hacer el tanque porque van a seguir cansando. Y Dada dice que el hacedor es totalmente destruido. Y lo que antes compartí es que el día que nació mi hijo, yo lo miraba y decía, hoy nació, lo hice completo, que esto, que lo otro. Y a la hora estaba mirándolo y digo, yo no hice nada. Es el milagro de la vida.
Yeah, not only that, it goes on to say, the next sentence is, good deeds and bad deeds are nothing but illusion, and I am free from both of them. I'm forever free. I am forever free from both the good deeds, doing something good, and doing something bad. Put it that totally places us in pure Charitra Moha. Just has to discharge now. Now, whatever is there is going to come out. And that only the discharge remains. And because only the discharge remains, and this is the last sentence of Dada, of this heading, because of this, because only the discharge remains, a change happens in you, change happens in each one of us. Because the change happens in each one of us, because there is no more filling, only the discharge is remaining. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Todo lo hecho, bueno o malo, yo soy libre de todo eso está en Charitra Moha y saldrá. Y el que descarga el que descarga permanece. Pero hay un cambio en cada uno de todos nosotros, porque no se carga, solo se descarga.
Good. Good time to take a little break here. Rosie, Jai Sachidanand. Good to see you, my
Tiempo de
dear.
tomar un recreo. 10 minutes break, Shuddha?
10 minutes. And then we...
Ok, 10 minutos de recreo y volvemos. Thank you, Shuddha.
Thank you, Marcella and Rosie. Huh? Yeah, thank you. Thank you, my dear.
Gracias.
So I was just giving you the next heading. And shall we continue, Patricia?
Yes, ready.
I was giving you the next heading, you see. Jai Sachidanand, Jai Sachidanand, my dear.
Jai Sachidanand.
Yes, Jai Sachidanand. This is a very beautiful heading, and it is a heading of 5 lines only, and then, but the heading says everything. This heading says that then the knower is there until the end. The knower is there. The knower is there until the end. Until the end. And means, in here means, end of this world as we know it for us, not the end. There is no end for Amapura, but when when there is no file left at all, zero file, so now, you go to Siddhagati, you go to the Siddhagati. So the end is not of the Amapura, the end is of all this world of karma.
Yes. El título es El conocedor hasta el final. Este es estos son solamente 5 bellísimas líneas. Y dice que el conocedor estará allí hasta el final. Y no es el final, lo que significa no es el final del alma pura, es el final de la descarga, es el final Siddhagati. No es el fin del alma pura, es el fin de del karma.
You see, when the force of water is not there, when the force of water is very heavy, the finger moves away, right? But even if the finger moves away, finger represents Amapura bliss. You saw Amapura, and finger represents I am blissful. You see, I am blissful, I am, all the qualities of Amapura are there, the finger. And you and I know that this finger kind of got displaced. It didn't get permanently displaced, it just got temporarily displayed because of the force of karma effect. As soon as the force decreases, the moment it decreases, it's still there. You see? And we, therefore, that's it. That is all we need to know. This is all part of us. We are knowing that the force, we don't say force is heavy. We see that the bliss kind of disappeared a little bit, got displaced a little bit, you see. As soon as the force of the karma decreases, it's there. The bliss is there. And I'll try to give you another example here.
Okay. La fuerza del agua puede ser muy fuerte. El dedo se mueve, pero permanece. El dedo representaría la dicha del alma pura. Y yo soy el ser dichoso y todas las cualidades del alma pura están allí. No sabemos que nosotros sabemos que este dedo está siendo desplazado por la forma de los efectos del karma. Y también sabemos que el dedo sigue allí y va a seguir allí. Es todo lo que necesitamos saber. Y no decimos que las fuerzas son pesadas, simplemente son las fuerzas del karma. Y podemos ver cuando está sucediendo eso que la dicha puede desplazarse un poco hasta que la fuerza del karma decrezca.
Say Mahatma. Has some trouble with his body. And he goes to the doctor. And the doctor does some tests, does CT scan, MRI, etc. and say, oh, now we know why you're having these difficulties. There is a little tumor. There's a little 1-inch tumor inside your stomach, you see, or your belly, you know. Now, this news will result in a whole new force of karma coming in. Everybody, the family members getting upset, the family running from everywhere to come and see him. You know, so there's a force of karma suddenly increases, you see, just everybody. The doctor runs more tests and the doctor does a biopsy and the doctor, you know, you go 25 times in 6 months to the doctor and all of this is going on. But the force is heavy initially. A lot of visitors, this, that, you know, you also have force from the file one's mind, file one's word, you know, all of those things are happening. It's like a storm, you know, your world has been totally disturbed. And then a month later, while you're going for treatments, you know, radiation therapy, whatever, the force is decreasing. It's only you and maybe your file 2 taking you to the hospital, etc. You know, force decreases, and there you see the bliss is there. The bliss is there. Samapura. Doctor can do whatever he wants to do with the body. You see, the bliss is there. You understand? So that is, I'm just giving you another example.
Yes. Por ejemplo, un Mahatma puede tener problemas en su cuerpo y entonces va al médico y el médico le hace toda clase de estudios, rayos, todos los estudios y descubre que hay un pequeño tumor de 1 pulgada en su estómago. Y esta novedad es como una fuerza del karma que surge para la persona y para toda la familia, que empiezan a movilizarse para acompañarlo, para ayudarlo. Y estas fuerzas del karma van aumentando. El doctor hace una biopsia, muchas visitas al médico, muchos estudios. La mente del archivo 1 es una tormenta, pero durante el tratamiento las fuerzas decrecen y entonces puedes ver allí las bendiciones de que tu archivo 2 te acompaña, te lleva al médico, mientras que el doctor hace todo lo que tiene que hacer, las fuerzas van decreciendo.
You see, the knowingness, the knowership, then Mahatma is the knower. His knowing state, continuous knowing state, does not leave even for 1 second. These are all very important sentences. I've already given them to you. Marcella has translated. Very important sentences to understand. Your knowership, your knowingness. So Amapura, what? Amapura only knows now and is able to see and to know. So knowing does not leave even for 1 second after the Gnanvidhi. It's always there. The Amapura is always there, you see. The knower-seer state does not leave. And if the knower-seer state leaves, then the bliss also leaves, you see. Where there is no knower and seer, there is no bliss. There is only pleasure pain, pleasure. See?
Yes. El estado del conocedor es el estado de los Mahatmas, ¿no? Y el entendimiento de que soy alma pura. El conocedor y observador, el estado de permanecer en el estado del conocedor, observador, no te abandona. Y si te llega a abandonar, la dicha también. Y solo estarás buscando placer, tendrás placer y dolor.
You know, by the third or the fourth visit, as the Mahatma goes to the hospital to get his radiation or chemotherapy treatments, you know, he blesses everyone he sees in the hospital. The nurse, the janitor, you know, the hospital worker, the doctor, he's silently blessing all of them. He has no complaints. He has no complaints.
Luego de 3 o 4 meses de ir al doctor para tomar la quimioterapia, esta persona bendice a todos en el hospital, a las enfermeras, a los doctores, a todas las personas, al hospital mismo, y no se queja en ningún momento.
Because he is eternally, until the end, he is the knower. He's the knower.
Hasta el final, él es el conocedor.
If somebody visits him in the hospital, he smiles and says, here, have a seat, have a seat, have a seat. I have a lot of chocolate somebody brought here. Please have it, you know. He jokes around, you know, and then says, I'm also seeing this one that you have come to see. I too am seeing the one that you all have come to see. Do you understand?
Yes. Hasta el final permanece el conocedor, y por ejemplo, si alguien lo visita, lo primero que hace es decirle, siéntate, toma asiento, le ofrece unos chocolates que le habían traído de regalo, y dice, yo también veo al que viene.
Does anybody want to say anything before we go to the next heading?
¿Alguien quiere decir algo antes de seguir al próximo?
Shuddha, yes. This bliss, the finger, how does it manifest? I understand that the beginning is some sort of stillness or tranquility, and after that, we begin to feel it every moment, or how is that?
Traducilo, por favor, Dani, que no te escucho
Le
bien.
pregunto cómo se manifiesta esa dicha. Yo entiendo que al principio es como una especie de tranquilidad, pero quería saber si después va evolucionando, cómo es, básicamente.
Gracias.
Yes, okay. You know, and the answer is in what we read under Karma Force chapter, which I will repeat again. It's kind of very interesting. Dadashri says that, by the way, the Sanatan means eternal. And, you know, so we have Sanatan Dharma, which is eternal religion. And that is Dharma of Ama, religion of Ama. Whereas there are these others are relative religions, right? Sanatan Dharma means Sanatan means eternal. So there is the other word is Sanatan. Sanatan Sukh. Sanatan Sukh means eternal pleasure, eternal pleasure, eternal pleasure, eternal happiness. Okay, now it arises in answer to you, it arises in the Gnani Vidhi. It has arisen in the Gnani Vidhi with Euswamapura, and the experience of the Amapura and the conviction of the Amapura and the awareness and the attention of the Amapura. Now, before you had the attention of Vishuddhatma, I have to attend to this. I have to make sure I take my wallet and my driver's license when I go out of the home, etc., etc. See, that attention, whereas this one is natural, Amapura attention. Now, so the bliss of the self arises with the Gnani Vidhi experience of the self, you see. Now, this knowledge that he just gave us, that before you were the doer, before you used to say, I have to do this and I have to do that, and that is gone. Now I am the blissful knower of Dhamyan, you see. Now, that knowingness, that knowing state is forever. It doesn't go away. In that knowing, you also know that Dhamyan, under the force of very heavy karma or under the force of karma effect, you see, the so-called awareness of the self kind of got clouded, and therefore the bliss got clouded a little bit. But as soon as the force of the karma is less and is manageable, there it is again, you see. And
there is a, there is a, after the yes, the last part, when the awareness of the bliss self it's clouded, then you said,
then clouded because of the heavy karma force, you see.
Yeah.
Force of karma. But as soon as the karma lightens up, there it is again, you see. There it is again. It's always there. That means it was always there. I'm going to give you, sorry, go on, translate it, then I'll give you another example.
Yes. Por ejemplo, nos dio la palabra Sanapan, que es eterno, Sanapam Dharma, que tiene que ver con el karma de las religiones, y Sanatan Sukh, que es el eterno placer y felicidad. Entonces luego surge en el Gnani con la experiencia de que soy alma pura, la convicción de que soy alma pura, la conciencia que soy alma pura, la atención de que soy alma pura. Antes era Damián que tiene que ir a determinado lugar, tiene que trabajar, pero en el estado de dicha, luego del Gnani, del ser, este conocedor, ahora ve que soy el dichoso conocedor y esto es para siempre. También sucede que bajo los efectos de las fuerzas del karma, la conciencia del ser dichoso puede nublarse. Y cuando estas nubes comienzan a disiparse y empieza a entrar luz, entonces retorna esta conciencia del ser dichoso.
You know, the Iguazu Falls, when there is a lot of water going over the rock, over the mountain edge, you see, strong, very strong. You can't see, you cannot see the rock below. You just see a lot of water coming over it. But in areas where there is less water flowing or where it is flowing very slowly, you can see the rock below it. You see? So the rock is the knowing, seeing self. The rock is the continuous knowing, seeing state. You see? And it does not go away even for a second. It's always there. The river may dry up in parts when there is, in certain parts. So now the last falls, Iguazu Falls is not as big as it was before, you see. But the rock is always there. The rock is always there. In the same way, you as Amapura are always there. And nothing takes away your bliss. It only is just clouded by there's a lot of water coming of the force of karma, that is all.
En Iguazú, viendo las cataratas, ¿no? El agua con tanta fuerza caía que no podíamos ver las rocas. Pero sí estaban las rocas ahí. Y eso lo podías ver donde había menor cantidad de agua cayendo, cuando la fuerza del agua es menor. Y ese es el estado de conocedor, observador. Y no se va jamás. Esto es como el agua, puede disminuir o no, pero la roca siempre estará allí, siempre. Y es como tu estado del ser dichoso.
My
question should have
can you speak in the mic? There is a lot of bass in your voice. Lot of.
I'm sorry.
Just need to increase the strength. Yeah, that's better. Yeah.
Okay. My question is, what do you feel? Do you feel the...
Still there is an echo. Still there is an
No
echo.
se escucha nada.
Okay. Let me get...
Okay. Please get them.
Hoy se paró. A ver.
Some very beautiful words are coming for us from Dada in exactness, in small paragraphs only, small paragraphs, but they're so beautiful,
Las palabras.
Sorry.
Yeah, go on. Yes, Damian.
No, my question is that if you always need a big discharge to feel yourself, to feel the bliss, how do you feel it in the common time,
Well, the bliss is always there, but the experience of the self becomes very significant when there is heavy discharge, because when there is heavy discharge and you almost feel like you're pushed till the end and there is nowhere to go and you're helpless. That's when the experience increases. Whereas the bliss is always there, as in the example of the finger. The bliss is always there. It is, the bliss is a natural consequence. The bliss is a natural byproduct of seeing what is happening and knowing what is happening. Yeah, saying what is happening and knowing what is happening is not associated with this is happening to me, what will I do, oh, how horrible, how terrible. There is no, in the saying and the knowing, there is no opinion. There is no opinion, you see. It is like as if you are in another world, you see. Yeah, go ahead and translate that.
Sí. No sé, Patricia, te interrumpí. Vos
No,
estabas
yo lo tengo si querés.
Mi pregunta
Vos,
es, ¿qué se siente? ¿Qué es esta dicha del ser, esta experiencia del ser? Si vos siempre necesitas una descarga grande de karma para sentirlo, y me dice que sí, que es cuando las descargas de karma grande vienen, es cuando te resulta más palpable. Y entre tanto, cuando estás tranquilo y no tenés una gran descarga, es como estar en otro mundo, es no tener esa queja permanente por lo que nos pasa a nosotros o por lo que le pasa al otro. Y eso es lo que te da esa tranquilidad.
Yeah. And also, because of the old habits of our experiences before the Gnani Vidhi, we at a very subtle level are equating the word bliss with a lot of happiness. and they are not the same. You see? Yeah, to make Damian happy, all you have to do is to give him some really good food. He's happy.
And chocolates.
Chocolates, you see. But bliss is the gift of the Lord. Bliss is the grace of the Lord. Bliss is always there. Begin with this: I'm blissful. I am the ocean of bliss. Begin with that. Even when Damian is eating food that he has to eat, but he doesn't like it, you say, I'm the blissful one. You say, this is being the eater is eating for his body, you see. Or, if 2 or 3 files are bothering Damian, you see, then your knowingness and seeingness, your awareness of what is happening, you're able to see what is happening to Damian. Of course, you see what's happening, what the others are doing, but what is happening to Damian, you're able to see. You see, Damian has a heavy schedule, then now he's gone to bed. Damian finally goes to bed. Again, the problems are there, but you're able to see them. Even the problems are Charitra Moha, is discharge. And the seeing and the knowing is automatically associated with bliss.
Yes. Y también son los viejos hábitos antes de la Nidhi que que tomamos la palabra dicha con tanta felicidad. Por ejemplo, Damián puede estar teniendo una comida que le gusta. Y la bendición y esta le da felicidad. La dicha, la gracia del Lord y siempre está allí. Y yo soy el océano de la dicha. Aunque Damián coma alguna comida que no le guste, él puede estar viendo a Damián y puede haber que haya 5 o 6 archivos que lo molesten, pero él ve lo que está sucediendo a Damián. Y puede ser que también Damián trabaje mucho y se vaya a dormir cansado y también ahí surja una situación, un problema, pero lo puedes ver y puedes ver que es Charitra Moha y en ese instante está la dicha.
You want to say something more, Damian?
Yes. Well, I had the chance to listen to the satsang you load in your Vishuddhatma site in YouTube, and it's great. The way that you can increase that bliss of the self is to do pratikraman all the time and get these states of samta and vitrag, and it was amazing for me, that satsang. That's what I wanted.
Yes.
I connect everything. I connect everything all the time. Sorry.
Yeah. Yes. That that recent satsang by our Gnani in Germany, where he talked about pratikraman, then samabhav, that means to settle with equanimity, and then samta arises. So yes, and all of this is through Agna, is it not? Agna 4, so Agna is a very, very powerful help in this, in coming to the awareness of the seer and the knower. Being the seer and the knower, it does not happen directly. What we are discussing today, or in this Akram Vignan magazine, is very high level stuff. You see, Dada has brought us on page 49, and every page is loaded with beauty, you see. And we have gone step by step. Today is the 21st or 22nd session, you see. We have gone. And Dada is not, the beauty of Dada is he's not missing any component. He wants to make sure everybody understands everything, and then he goes a little higher, and then he goes a little higher, you see. And that is how he is giving us, his spoon feeding us, but in precision, you see. Yeah. But like the standard difficulties that most Mahatmas have is that they are trying to equate their feeling of their ideas of bliss, their feelings of happiness, with bliss of the self. And there's no comparison, you see. The bliss of the self is not a feeling that can be experienced by the body. Bliss of the self is the state of the self. It is the Amapura side, you see. It is above the senses of the mind, speech, and body, you see. It's above that. Whether the body is running around and very disturbed, or whether the body is tranquil and calm, the bliss of the self continues to increase in Akram Vignan. Akram Vignan, it continues to increase, you see. So I give you the example of the very sick patient man who goes to the hospital for his treatments, but he is in bliss inside, and removed from the pains that arise in the body, you see. The pain may be there, but he is kind of removed from it. He is aware of it, you know.
I will translate, Patricia, if you like.
Yeah.
Dice que yo le contaba que conectaba todo esto que decía con un satsang que subió recién a YouTube sobre el pratikraman y la forma de limpiar las nubes, que está espectacular, que si pueden, mírenlo porque es buenísimo. Y dice que sí, que eso es el Agna 4 y que todo se va conectando con todo y que Dada nos va dando toda esta sabiduría, todo este conocimiento, y nosotros vamos a ir subiendo los peldaños. Y dice que la mayoría de los Mahatmas tenemos ese problema de tratar de vincular la dicha del ser con la experiencia de felicidad que tiene nuestro cuerpo o nuestros sentidos. Y no es eso. La dicha del ser es ir llegando a este conocimiento y que nada te afecte. Eso es. No sé, Patricia, si me olvidé de algo.
Yeah.
Está perfecto.
Yeah, the next heading. Yeah, and this, you see, even though we are going higher with Dada, what we are doing is just receiving his words with love, you see, and then those words which we hold and absorb, the absorption of the words, this understanding will come through practical situations in life. In other words, right now what we are doing is getting the fundamental principles of it, you see.
Yes. Cuando Dada, cuando recibimos cada palabra de Dada, esto nos hace crecer y recibimos sus palabras con mucho amor. En realidad son palabras que son absorbidas y como que se manifiestan, se vuelven prácticas en la vida diaria.
So the question. So next heading is in the Vitragata, and our Daniel just mentioned, Damian just mentioned Vitragata, the state of the Lord. No rag, no dvesh. Okay, so Vitragata in the result, in Parinam, in effect, is a heading. How do you remain Vitraga, which is higher than Sambhav, equanimity, higher than absolute equanimity or Samta? Samta is absolute equanimity. And then Vitragta, zero connection, just the pure Lord only. See? So there are these levels, right? So now, how do you remain Vitragta in the results? And so you see, already Dada has taken us up even higher in this next heading, you see.
Yes. Vitaragta, el estado del Lord, sin apego y sin aversión, en efecto. Y cómo permanecer en absoluto estado de ecuanimidad. Y el Vitarag es el puro Lord. Entonces, ¿cómo es Vitaragta en los resultados?
Yes. So the questioner says, right now, Dada, even if I don't want to do it, it happens. You see, so do I do something with the ego or something, and Dada immediately blocks him and says, no, 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 these are all effects from past life, you see. These are effects of last life, and we have to continue to see these effects. By seeing them, and I repeat again, by continuing to see them, they will stop. So you have to remain vitrag in those effects. Otherwise, if you do attachment or aversion, if you do rag dvesh in it, then it will arise again. So don't touch that ball which is bouncing and is going to come to the floor only and remain to the floor, you see. Don't touch it again, then again it's going to bounce. Don't do that. Don't do that. Understand your role in the effect, you see.
Dice que lo importante es mantenerse en observar qué es lo que sucede, qué es lo que está sucediendo, y ver que es solamente un efecto. Entonces, imaginemos que hay una pelota que está rebotando, dice, no la toques, solo obsérvala, porque en algún momento se detendrá. Y estos son solo efectos de karmas de la vida pasada.
You know, otherwise, if rag dvesh happens, if you do rag dvesh, of course we don't do that, but we know we do it in discharge. If you do rag dvesh it will arise again. You see, it's like hitting the ball. You know, you are all familiar with the example of the ball, are you not? You know, the ball was hit once down, and then it will not stay on the ground. You know, you have hit it down towards the ground, it will not remain there. It's going to jump up again, jump up again, and then come down, you know. But if you hit it here again as it's coming down, then it will continue. That's what the basketball players do, you know. We do not want to play basketball with the ball, you know, with the karma, right? We don't want to play no more basketball with the karma.
No. Dice que si hay apego y aversión, surgirá nuevamente. Es como el ejemplo de la pelota. Tiran la pelota. Y esto es lo que hacen los jugadores de básquetbol, que ellos hacen rebotar la pelota y como que le van dando cada vez más fuerza. Y le están dando más fuerza a lo que está sucediendo, se están involucrando. Nosotros no queremos involucrarnos con el karma, lo que queremos es dejarlo que termine de descargar. Entonces, en el ejemplo de la pelota, tira la pelota y la pelota va a rebotar. Ahora, si no la tocamos, la pelota en algún momento va a parar. Si la tocamos, va a comenzar a rebotar nuevamente.
Understand? Everybody got it exactly? Just continue.
¿Todo se entiende esto?
Yeah, this gives us all, you know, we are in awe of the magnificence place where Dada has placed us in the Gnan Vidhi, you know. He has placed us on the mountain of moksha. There is valleys on all sides. There's no way we could have come up here on our own. Now from on top of the mountain, like the Lord on the mountain, see everything below, that's all. See?
Yes. Dada nos colocó en el tope de la montaña de Moksha y todo alrededor hay valles y nadie vendrá. Y en la punta de la montaña el Lord ve absolutamente todo lo que sucede.
Yes. So that's all. And until we meet again, my friends. Highest namaskars to all of you.
Thank you, Shuddha.
Thank you, dear Marcella and
Thank you very
Patricia,
much. Thank you.
everyone. Yes, Jai Sachidanand. Have a wonderful
Jai
morning.
Sachidanand.
Jai
Jai
Sachidanand.
Sachidanand. Jai Sachidanand.
Jai
Jai
Sachidanand.
Sachidanand. Gracias, Padre.
Jai Sachidanand. Gracias.
Yeah.
Gracias,
Yeah.
Padre.
Yes. Jai
Gracias.
Sachidanand. Jai Sachidanand.
Jai
Jai
Sachidanand.
Sachidanand.
Jai Sachidanand.